Welcome to Easy to Learn Technical Skills. Today I would like to explain about the concept of AVL tree once again with another example. AVL tree is a self-balanced binary search tree. So every time we have to calculate the balance factor. So balance factor should satisfy the conditions of 0, -1 and 1. So whenever we are going to insert any node in the given tree, so how to calculate the balance factor. So the balance factors are 0, -1 and 1. So always we have to check the height of the given tree. So height will be calculated like left subtree minus right subtree. So while we calculating the left subtree height as well as the right subtree height, you may receive the balance factors are 0, -1 and 1. So if it is exceed than the limit, so you have to do the rotations. Already I explained in the previous video. So there are two types of rotations are there: single rotation and double rotation. In single rotation, left and right, and double rotation, left right and right left. So these are the rotations are there. So now I like to explain with example. So now I am going to insert number 50. So first you have to create one node. In that node, so I am going to insert the value. So why the 50 is coming at the first? Because whenever we are going to have the first value, and that is become the root value. So now this new node is called as the root, and we have the place value root of data is equal to 50, and this is called as a 50. The initial node is called as a root node. And now you have to check the balance factor. So there is no left hand side node and there is no right hand side node as of now. Both are null initially according to the declaration. Now the height of the left subtree is 0 and the height of the right subtree is 0. There is no branches. So now 0 minus 0 equal to 0. And the next value is called as insert 25. Whenever we have the value, have to check with the root value. So according to the binary search tree, if the values are lesser, so left value should be lesser than the root value and the right side value should be greater than the root value. So this is a formula for binary search tree. So the AVL tree work on the basis of binary search tree. So now we are going to compare with 25. So 25 is lesser than the root value called as 50 or not. So the conditions become true. If it is true, form one node in the left hand side and place the value of 25 here. And now you have to make the link, the node of left hand side, have to create this link. And now the value is placed and the node is created. Now you have to check the balance factor of 25 as well as 50. So in 25 there is no left and right. So 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. According to this 50, the left hand side only one level is there. So 1 minus, and the right hand side is null. So 0. So equal to 1. Conditions are satisfied. So it is satisfy the balance factor. So now I am going to insert number 20. So first you have to compare with the root. So 20 will be compared with the root value called as 50. So the conditions are true. Then control comes to the left hand side. So now we are going to check that 20 is lesser than the 25 or not. Again conditions become true. If the conditions are true, form one node in the left hand side of 25 and place the value called as 20. And now you have to make the connection of 25 left hand side, you have to place the value called as 20. And now the node is created. Now you have to check the balance factor. According to 20, there is no left right. So 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. 25. In the left hand side, we have only one level is there. So 1 minus, and the right hand side there is no level. So 0 is equal to 1. Now 50. So in the left hand side, we have two levels are there. So 2 minus right hand side is become 0. So 2. So now the tree is imbalanced. So in my previous video, I already explained the concept of single rotation, double rotation. So once again, I will repeat, when the tree is increasing in this fashion. So when the tree is increasing the left hand side fashion, do the right side rotation. So if it is a single rotation, always focus on the top level nodes. If it is a double side rotation, you have to focus on the bottom level node rotation at first. So now already I said you have to focus on the top level node. So where the problem is arised? The problem is arised in this place. So you have to do this rotation. So after the rotation, 50 comes to the right hand side of 25. So now you have to check the balance factor of 20. So 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. And here 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. And 25, left hand side only one level. So 1 minus, right hand side only one level as 1. So 0. So now I am going to insert 10. So first you have to compare with 25. So 25 is lesser than the incoming value or not. So the data is compared with 25. Conditions become true. If it is true, control comes to the left hand side. Then 10 will be compared with the 20. Conditions become true. Then create one node in the left hand side and place the value of 10 and you have to make the connection. And now the tree will be looking like this. Now you have to check the balance factor of every node. So here 10, 0 minus 0 equal to 0. 20, one level is present in the left hand side. So 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. And 50, 0 minus 0 equal to 0. And 25, there is 2 levels are there in the left hand side. So 2 minus right hand side, we have only one level is there. Conditions become true. The tree is balanced one. So now I am going to insert number 15. So first you have to compare with 25. So 15 will be compared with 25. So conditions become true. Then control comes to the left hand side. Then 15 will be compared with the 20. Conditions become true. Then control comes to the left hand side. Then 15 will be compared with the 10. Conditions become fail. Then you have to compare with right hand side. 15 will be compared with the 10. So conditions are false. Then try another choice. 10 is lesser than the 15. Conditions become true. If it is true, create one node in the right hand side of 10 and place the value of 15. And now you have to make the link also. So the link is created. Now you have to check the balance factor of given tree. So here first you have to check that 15 is left hand side, no, there is no, right hand side, there is no, so 0. And 10 left hand side we don't have anything, so 0 minus right hand side we have only 1, so minus 1. In 20 in the left hand side we have 2 levels are there, so here is 2 minus, and the right hand side does not have anything, so 0. So conditions are true. So now the balance factor arises to here, and 50 0 minus 0 equal to 0. And 25 there is one level, two level, third level, so 3 minus, and the right hand side only one level is there, so the conditions are 2. So the imbalance factor is arised first in this place. Now you have to focus on what kind of rotation we need to take place. So in the previous video I already explained. Here also I like to explain once again. When the tree is increasing in this fashion, so whenever we are going to insert any node here, the problem is arised in this place. So when the tree is increasing in the left and right side fashion, so first you have to do the left hand side rotation and then you have to do the right hand side rotation. So first you have to do the left rotation and then you have to do the right side rotation. So first you have to do the left. So how the left will be takes place, and this node should be come to the left hand side. So in the double rotation, first you have to focus on the bottom level nodes. So in the bottom level node we have only 10 and 15s are there. So now the 10 will be coming to the left hand side of 15. So before we are going to do the rotation, first you have to take the in-order traversal of the given tree. So in-order traversal, you know the meaning of in-order traversal, left root right. So first you have to visit the leftmost node, and the leftmost node is null. Now you have to visit the root node. The root node value called as a 10. Then once you visit the root node, come to the right hand side as 15. Once the left hand side is over, come to the root node is called as 20. And check the right side node. There is no right. Then come to the root node. So root node is called as 25. Then come to the right hand side called as 50. If the 50 having any left hand side, you have to visit the 50. So according to there is no left hand side. So this is called as the in-order traversal. So whenever we are going to do the rotation, you have to take the in-order traversal at first. After that, you have to do the rotation. So according to the situation, the 10 will be coming to the left hand side of 15. So now you have to do the rotation. So after the rotation, you have to check the balance factor. So in 10, 0 minus 0, and 15, 1 minus 0 equal to 1, and 20, 2 minus 0 equal to 2. In 25, 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So now we have to check that what kind of rotation we need to take place. So already I said, so when the tree is increasing in the left hand side fashion, you have to do the right hand side rotation. So the right side rotation where the problem is arised at first. So in this place the problem has arisen. Now this 20 will be coming to the right side of 15. After that, now you have to make the connection. So now you have to check the balance factor. So here 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0, here 15, 1 minus 1 equal to 0, 0 minus 0, and here in the left hand side we have two levels are there. Either you can take this one or this one. So here 2 minus the right hand side only 1 is there, so 1. So the tree is balanced one. So this is the way the double rotation will be takes place. So first you have to focus on the top level nodes where the problem is arised, and you have to focus on the bottom level nodes. So now I am going to insert number 70. So where the 70 will be placed? So first you have to compare with root node. 70 is lesser than the 25. conditions become fail. Then come to the right hand side. So in the right hand side we have the condition 25 lesser than the 70, conditions become true. If it is true, control comes to the right hand side and the 50 is there. So first you have to compare with 70 is lesser than the 50, conditions become fail. Then come to the right hand side, 50 is lesser than the 70, conditions become true. If it is true, create one node in the right hand side and now you have to make the value as 70 here and create the link, and now you have to check the balance fact. So here 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0, and here 0 minus 1 is equal to minus 1, here 1 minus 1 equal to 0, and here left hand side two levels are there, so 2 minus the right hand side we have two levels are there, 2. So is 0. So the tree is balanced one. So now I am going to insert number 60. So how the 60 will be inserted? So first you have to compare with the 25. So 60 is lesser than the 25. Conditions become fail. Then alternative choice is 25. Root value is lesser than the 60. Yes, conditions become true. And then next 60 will be compared with the 50. So here 60 is lesser than the 50. Conditions become fail. Then next value is 50 is lesser than the 60. Conditions become true. Then come to the right hand side. Next choice 60 will be compared with the 70. So conditions become true. If it is true, control comes to the left hand side and create one node, and you have to make the link and you have to place the value called as 60. And now you have to check the balance factor. In 60, 0 minus 0, 70, 1 minus 0 equal to 1, 0 as 0, and 1 minus 1 equal to 0. And in 50, there is no left hand side. So in 50, there is no left hand side. So 0 minus the right hand side, two levels are there. So one level and the second level. So 2 minus 2. So now the imbalance factor is erased. And now in 25, left hand side two levels are there. So 2 minus the right hand side, one level, two level, and third level. So 3. So minus 1. So now the imbalance factor is erased in this place. Now you have to do the rotation. So according to the situation, in previous video I already explained about this rotation. Now you have to explain once again. In the previous video already I explained about the right side rotation, right left rotation, and now I would like to explain once again. Whenever the tree is increasing in this fashion, so first you have to do the right side rotation and then you have to do the left hand side rotation. So whenever we have to do the double rotation, first you have to focus on the bottom level rotation. So whenever we are going to focus on the double rotation, first you have to do the bottom level rotation, then only you have to do the top level rotation. So before that you have to take the in order traversal. So what is the in order traversal? So first you have to locate on the left hand side node. First you have to locate on the left hand side node. So there is no left hand side further for 10, so 10 is your first answer, 10, and the root 2 is called as 15, and the next one is 20 and 25, and the right hand side there is no left for 50, so 50 is your next answer. Then come to the right hand side, the left value is there, that means 60, and then root value called as 70. So this is called as the in order traversal. So now after the rotation also, if the in order traversal values are same, then your rotation become correct. So now the tree is increasing in the left right fashion. So we have to do the right hand side rotation at first. So after the rotation, you have to take the in order traversal. So here the left hand side value called as 10, 10, 15, 20, 25, then 50, then 60. So take the in order traversal 10, 15, 20, 25, 50, 60, 70. So if it is matched with the previous in order traversal, then your rotations become correct. After that you have to take the balance factor. So 0, 0, 0, and here also 0, and here 0 minus 1 equal to minus 1, and here 0 minus 2 equal to minus 2, here 2 minus 3 equal to minus 1. So now the imbalance factor is erased here. So whenever the tree is increasing in the right hand side fashion, do the left hand side rotation. So after the rotation, that 50 will be coming to the down, and 50 will be placed in the left hand side of 60, and 60 become the root of 50. So now I have to check the balance factor. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and here also 0. Why? Because in the left hand side 2 levels and the right hand side 2 levels. So 2 minus 2 equal to 0. So the tree is balanced. So this is the way the AVL tree will be work. So there are 4 rotations are there: left rotation, right side rotation, left right, and right left. So these are the rotations are takes place in the AVL tree. So whenever we have to insert the node, you have to check the balance factor. If the balance factor is exceed than the limit of 0, -1 and 1, so you have to do the rotations. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you. In the next video, I'd like to explain about the B tree. Thank you.